Hello, Grace. Today we're going to do another spotlight video as we've been wanting to introduce you to some of the new members that are on the team that God is putting together here at Grace. And so for our staff spotlight video this weekend, we're going to introduce you to Jeff Eggold. He is not a stranger to this congregation, a member here for many years. His wife Cheryl serves on staff in our school ministry at Grace. Been an elder and has served in our Generate Youth Retreats and many other capacities, but now comes on to staff in a different capacity, or is a part of ministry at Grace in a different capacity. And so I wanted you to get an opportunity to get to know him. So Jeff, welcome to Grace in terms of on the team at Grace. And would you just tell us a little bit, for those that don't know you as much, a little bit about yourself and your family?
My wife Cheryl and I came to Grace in 2004. She had been a teacher down at Our Father's Lutheran. She got her master's degree and felt called to come to Grace. So she's a reading specialist at the school. We have 3 children, Cassie, Kara, and Christian. They all attended Grace. They all graduated from Grace. Cassie she's a new special ed teacher at Ridgefield Elementary up in Ridgefield. Kara goes to college, sophomore, and then Christian is a sophomore at Germantown.
Cool, awesome. So we know this is not your first career now coming in to serve here at Grace. So before God called you here, what had God called you to be doing in your life?
My mom sewed draperies, so since I was 12 years old, I helped install her stuff. And in 1995, I went out on my own. Had a chance to buy a van and some tools for $1,000 and started doing that full time. So for 27.5 years, I installed window coverings and blinds. Things changed in the last couple of years, and then you and I talked, and I just wanted to help at Grace, and then you said, I think you should be the new full-time director of missions. So I was, really? So yeah, it was, it's a change. It's a change.
Sometimes the Spirit moves in
Correct.
ways that we don't predict.
Correct.
And but I want to highlight, man, what a huge change in life that is to take a step of faith and say, you know what, after 27 years doing one thing, God's calling me to this, and I'm literally going to give up maybe what's a little safe and known.
Correct.
For something that is a little bit unknown, and yet God's calling you to. What an amazing example for all of us of stepping into what God calls us to, even if it's not what we're comfortable with. So, can you tell us just a little bit about how the transition's been as you've kind of changed out of 27 years into something new?
Yeah, it's a little different. I was my own boss, so coming to meetings, I didn't. There was usually no objections to anything I wanted to do, but yeah, it's exciting though. It's different. It's something different. God definitely called me to this. I don't quite know exactly why, to be honest, but I know this is what He wants me to do. So that means working with the team. It's exciting. One of the things, the biggest transition, I was always by myself in my van, but now I get to talk to people every day, and you kind of miss that. I missed that. I knew it was always an issue. I didn't like that. So that's great to have camaraderie. I didn't have that. I was always by myself in the van for long periods of time. So I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
And we're really blessed to have you on the team. And Jeff's been a part of the team now for a couple weeks, and so we've gotten to really, the whole team get to know each other. What a blessing. And last question. As you now serve as a director of missions, assistant to the pastor, and kind of a flexibility in ministry role, what are you most excited about as you step into this position?
Where God is calling Grace to go. We're called to serve. And the banners, when they first appeared in church, that just really tugged at my heart a long time ago. You know, we're a family growing in Christ while reaching out in love. There's a connection. It doesn't say grow in Christ, then I reach out in love. It says I grow in Christ while I reach out in love. So it's serving and growing in Christ are intricately related. So I'm excited that Grace has a strong youth ministry. You can see it coming. The kids at Generate, man, did they serve. They really set an example of what that looks like. So it's exciting. God's definitely moving here. And so let's just see where He goes. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I encourage you to spend some time getting to know Jeff even more. If you don't know him, introduce yourself, get to know a little bit about his passion for ministry, and we'll be formally installing and welcoming Jeff along with John Mars, who was part of our video last weekend on September 10th and 11th. Love for you to come and be a part of that. We'll set out more details about what that's going to look like. But that's our time for now. God's blessings on your weekend, and we look forward to worshiping together as the family of God. God's blessings.